Hey everybody, this is Brian from PrimoChill. Today we're going to take a look at our new Vortex Flow Indicator. Kind of just a real basic overview of the indicator. It's a solid POM Delrin core that's been machined to our specs and covered with some acrylic faceplates, some O-rings, and some screws. Pretty basic design, but you know, pretty great looking little piece, as well as you know, it actually does its job. It lets us know that the flow in the system's still moving through. As you can see, kind of cover real quick what comes with the flow indicator when you buy the kit. These two fittings do not come with it. These are just here to kind of give you a good size reference on how big the indicator is. These are 1/2 by 3/4 compression fittings. So as you can see, the size is pretty decent, not too big, not too small, but you know, just real good, compact little flow indicator. The indicator itself comes with the top plug, the unit itself, pre-assembled, pre-tested, ready to go. Comes with 2 mounting screws, 2 mounting split washers, 2 retaining washers, and a mounting template. I'll quickly go over the mounting template. It's just basically a small piece of plastic that, if you look on the bottom of the indicator, there's some mounting screws. This template basically tells you exactly where those holes are. So when you need to do an installation of this, you know, you can put it in line and not mount it, or you can find a flat surface in the system and go ahead and mount it. The unit is square, so if you do decide to mount it, say vertically like this, you can actually unscrew these 4 screws, spin your faceplate so PrimoChill reads down here instead of sideways. So it is square, the unit is square, so you can kind of configure and move things around as you seem fit. The retaining washers that are included with the unit are basically to enable you to locate the inner gear inside the flow indicator. There's a small white gear in there that spins around when the fluid runs through it. When you purchase it, it comes without the retaining washers installed, because not every user is going to really need them. But they are here for preventing that inside flow wheel from going back and forth across the stainless steel dowel. I can do a little quick demonstration of what it is. This is one of the stainless steel dowels, I should say, that is inside the flow indicator itself. And basically I put one of the retaining washers on the end. You put your wheel on, and you put the other retaining washer on the other end. And basically what this does is this enables you to kind of sandwich the gear in between the 2 washers, so the gear itself can't go forward or aft basically, but stay centered in the one spot. I do recommend keeping about a 1/16 of an inch on either side of the retaining washers to keep that wheel you know, spinning freely. If you put the washers too close, you know, your wheel's not going to spin. So that's just another little added part that we've added to the system. They are not installed with the indicator. You would have to take the side cover off, one of the side covers off, and you know, take out the dowel and locate those retaining washers on there for it. A couple other things we have on the table are a variety of different color combinations that are available, accessories available for the unit. As you can see, we have 4 UV colors and 5 transparent colors, 1 being clear. The unit itself comes installed with a white indicator wheel. We felt white was the best choice just because if you're using a color fluid, you would possibly still be able to see through it. And it has a nice sharp contrast against the black POM. Couple of things I like to point out on the unit itself is the flow pattern that we recommend with the unit. As you can see how it's installed now, you can see we could have flow coming in this side, flow going out that side, or vice versa. To make the wheel run, obviously we need to have it in and an out. We have tried having an in at the top and going out either side, and it does not work. The reason it doesn't work is the actual top hole is centered. So with that center hole, once the fluid comes in, it splashes on the gear on both sides, so it kind of doesn't go anywhere. We did test having flow come in from the side, from either side, and going out the top, and it worked without any problems. So if you do want to have flow come in from the side and out the top, you shouldn't have any issues with that. But again, we don't recommend having flow coming in through the top and out the side, either side. Yeah, the wheel just won't spin. Another thing to point out on this is with the transparent covers, you can really see a nice flat seal of the O-ring. This is going to be important because it's a water application, obviously, just to make sure you're having a proper seal. So if you do decide, to take the unit apart, this wrench here is a 2.5 millimeter wrench, and the screws themselves are M4 screws. So if you decide that you want to possibly change the color of the screw or whatnot, you can just go ahead and untighten these screws and basically take them off the unit themselves. And as you can see, we had a real great seal with the O-ring because the O-ring is still stuck to the acrylic there. So, we had a great seal as far as, the unit going together. As you can see, inside the unit is the solid stainless steel dowel and the flow wheel itself. Again, if you want to change out your flow wheels to a different color, you can put the wheel in, take your dowel, and you'll notice on these pieces of acrylic here, there's a small indentation in the center of the acrylic where the dowel essentially sits and rests in. So, if you're changing out your wheel, go ahead and assemble it just like it was. When you unassembled it, make sure that post in the middle, I don't know if you can see it here, make sure that post in the middle is sitting right over that in the center there. And that's going to give you the best seal. Your wheel's going to flow correctly. You're not going to run into any problems with the unit leaking. Again, this is a square unit, so you can turn the faceplate to have the logo anywhere you want. We did put the logo on one side and not the other, so if you don't want to see the logo at all, you can do that as well. But if you're proud of your product and you're proud of PrimoChill, show our logo. When assembling back, just make sure that you use the screws that came with it. And with all acrylic and any type of water cooling type screw and O-ring systems, the O-ring really just needs a nice gentle seal and it won't leak on you. If you're going to over tighten these, you are going to crack the acrylic and it's going to leak on you. So just finger tightening these down is sufficient enough just to get a nice good seal on the O-ring. I do recommend going corner to corner when tightening it. It just gives a better seal from corner to corner. and you'll see once everything's assembled, you'll have a nice flat O-ring, black O-ring mark all the way around the unit. So that's pretty much it for the Vortex Flow Indicator. It should be available in stores when this video is aired. So we appreciate your support, and keep an eye out for a lot of new cool products coming from PrimoChill in the next weeks and months to come. So we appreciate your support, and feel free to stop by PrimoChill.com or look us up on Facebook, give us a like, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much.